before we read this book, we're going to take a moment to reflect on what we think the story is going to be about. The first thing I'm going to think about is what I know about the things that I'm going to encounter in this book. Now, if I look at the front cover, I see that there's a bear on the front cover. And if I think about what I know about bears, I know for sure that bears do not live in houses like I do. And they don't live in my backyard. And if I look at the picture, it kind of looks like a forest. And I know they live in forests. I know they don't live in houses like we do. And I also know that bears are bigger than I am. They're stronger than I am. And they have fur. And I don't have those things. But I know that bears are bigger, they're stronger, they have fur, and they do not live in houses like I do. Now I'm going to think about what I think I know about bears. And if I think really hard about bears, I'm pretty sure they don't eat all the foods that I eat, but I have seen a bear eat a fish before. But I'm not sure if they only eat fish. So I think I know that bears eat fish. Now I got to decide whether they only eat fish or other things. So what I think I'll learn by reading this book is that bears eat other things in addition to fish, or maybe they only eat fish, or maybe they even eat people. And I think that this book will also confirm for me that bears live in forests, and maybe it'll even explain other places that bears live in. Now it's your turn to reflect on what you think you know about bears. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to think really hard by yourself. You're not going to work with a partner. You are going to think really hard by yourself about 5 things you know about bears. And I know you know some things about bears, because we've all seen bears before, either in movies or in real life. So you can think about 5 things. How many things are we thinking about? 5. And are we talking to our neighbors? No, you will have a chance to talk with your neighbors later, but I'm going to give you 30 seconds of silence to think about 5 things. And when you have it, just give me a thumbs up. Do not scream, I'm done. Are we ready? We're going to start on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 30 seconds. Seconds left. Okay, now I don't want you to shout out your answers. I want you to turn to your partner sitting next to you. And you guys are going to share the 5 things you thought about, and you're going to come up with 3 things that both of you know about bears. So you're going to decide together on 3 things that you know about bears. And then I'm going to give you your 30 seconds to talk, and then I'll ask you to do something else with it. So go ahead.
I thought big, hairy, scary, playful, and mean.
Okay. I thought they can walk, they can growl, they can swim, they can be brown, and they like to steal people's trash. I've seen that in movies.
Oh, well, we both have 2 different sides. Well, you said they can crawl or growl, so would that be like mean?
Mean.
So
Maybe
we want to say
mad.
growl. Well, I go with your growl. I like your 5 things better. So growl.
Okay.
And then I said playful. So would that be
They
like?
could, maybe if they're swimming, they
Swim.
swim.
Okay,
to
so
cool off,
so
play.
we say growl, swim, and then when you said throwing trash, is that being playful?
They like to steal people's picnics when they can't.
So can we
Bears
pick
get the
one of
trash.
our words?
Yeah, so
Playful?
pick one of
Okay,
yours.
so we say growl, swim,
Swim,
and
playful.
playful. Okay.
Okay, your time is up. All right, now I have a huge task for you guys, and I know this is getting harder and harder. And right now you have 3 amazing words, but we have a class filled with students, so I can only take 1 word from each group. So now you have to work together again and decide on 1 word that you're going to tell the class that you know bears do. Go.
They're most important
What
ones.
did we previously say?
Growl,
swim, and playful. Okay, well,
Maybe we should stick with the growling thing.
do you like bears?
I do like bears. I've seen them at the zoo.
I
And I heard a bear growl.
I've seen the night of the grizzly. So,
We kids took to swim because I know I saw one of them swim.
oh, really?
At the
Was it a
zoo.
polar bear?
No, it was a Kodiak bear.
Okay, swim. I like
A
swim.
little stick of swim.
Okay, time is up. So now you're gonna tell me the one word, and I know it was hard, so give me the one word that you know about
We
bears.
said swim.
They swim. You're absolutely sure about that.
Yes.
You've seen it.
Seen it at the zoo and the
Okay,
movies.
we're gonna write that down. They swim.
And so now what I know.
So now, I'm thinking that when I read this book, I'm gonna really find out if they are correct, if bears actually do swim. And I see them near the water, so they probably are right. But when I read this book, I'm sure I'm gonna be able to find out that bears actually swim.
We have to actually read it. And then we can say we'll do number 4, what I know I learned.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna read Bear Shadow, and it was written by Frank Ash. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. I'm going to catch that fish, thought Bear to himself. Okay, now that we've read the book, I learned that this bear was fishing. Now, I remember that when I reflected, I thought bears ate fish. Can we assume that maybe he's fishing for a fish to eat? Because when we go fishing, we usually eat those fish. We don't hang them up anywhere or put them in a frame. We eat them.
And Teacher Wilson, our one word was swim. So do you think maybe he will swim later for the fish?
He probably will, because he does not look scared of the water at all. So maybe after he's eaten a fish, he'll take a little swim.
Can we read that book on our own?
Yeah,
from
you
your
can.
library?
You should finish this book.
Thank you.